Oh my god, welcome.
Oh my god, what's that giant thing in the background?
You know, we're going to get that in a minute. Welcome to Kimball's Corner. I am Kimball. Today we are going to be coloring a page out of Small Victories by Johanna Basford. This page, which I showed you last week, I think anyway, probably. I get overwhelmed with the color options that there are with these buildings. I think that's one reason why I like doing people, because like you can really you can bring the color options down quite a bit, or you can make it as crazy as you want. Anyway, this has lots of things to color, so
What'd you do? What did you do?
Well, I did a little color option thingy.
Oh, on the iPad?
Yeah,
that's cute. Wait, let me see it again.
We'll see.
That's very complex.
We'll see how much I stick to it. Today we're just going to focus on the bottom part.
And how long did it take you to do that?
I think the question is, how many color variations did I go through? A lot. One of them was like a rainbow theme, because, you know, Pride Month, it's the last day, but it looked not too great, and way too many colors to pull for that.
Gotcha.
So anyway, I'm going to focus on the bottom part of it. I did get this out, which I'll just leave so you can see from the top-down view. Some of the lighter ones, I just wrote the numbers next to them in pencil. These are all Prismacolor numbers. So if you have Prismacolors, just look for those numbers.
Kimball and I were talking about, because I think a lot of people like it when Kimball says the pencil name out loud while he's doing it. But
yeah, that takes me out of the coloring zone, because I focused, like, it's too distracting. So I did write them there. If I pull any new colors out, I will mention what they are. The thing behind us is a power tower. Rocky,
is that all you got? Kimball wants to drink his coffee. We basically had nowhere else in the house to put this machine. It's just essentially like a pull-up bar and like for abs and dips and things like that. So we just stuck it in the back. Looks lovely on the live.
We always stick it in the back.
We are the aesthetic channel.
I don't know about that. Oh, also, so when I was doing my color picking, Rocky kind of moved some things around, but they're still in order. But it's like, I try to cluster the pencils that I'm going to use, because basically, like, the thing I did digitally, those are flat colors, obviously. So then I try to, like, find the colors, so, like...
So what do you have going on here?
Well, see, I didn't really, like, label where everything was going, but these are, like, the flowers. This is, like, the cloudy part. This is the other cloudy part. You know, they're all things. These over here are all, like, the underground gems. They don't look like gems there, but I'm going to try and make them, like, shiny gems.
Oh, cool.
The only thing I didn't pull out, that's what she said, is white.
And that's just standard white.
It is standard white. It's just white.
Okay.
White. PC 938. Why wouldn't it just be like 000 or something?
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay. Move that. Can probably go to top down. As a top down.
Have you used that power tower yet? It looks like an instrument of torture.
Is that a question from someone? Or
yeah,
is
it's Trisha.
Oh, yeah. No, I actually really like it. Since I can't actually do pull-ups, it comes with an assisted bench, which Rocky took off because he can do pull-ups. But you basically kneel on it, and then it like helps you do pull-ups. It's great. Chin-ups, some might call them.
All right, let's go to the top down. Hopefully I don't shut the phone off.
Don't shut the phone off. That would be bad. Oh my god, now I'm like looking at so many different things that like, let's start with, just put all these pencils up here.
Where are we at? You're over here.
Alright, these are mixed up. Ooh, I think they went like that. Oh, and also, this was my little like, do these colors work together? I always like test the colors before I, pick them. I want to make sure they blend nicely. Like, I didn't like that green, or I don't know which green I went with. Well, I didn't like that green for sure, so I went with that. But then I think I went with that in the end. It doesn't matter. Figure it out later. I'm sure it's all mixed up. I don't know why I picked it. Oh, whatever. You know what? I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm doing.
You do. You're fine.
I didn't sharpen anything, and I left my pencil sharpener downstairs.
You want me to go grab it?
Yeah, Brookie, please.
Okay.
I mean, I could if you want to entertain the masses.
No.
Okay.
That's your job.
What do I do since I have a bunch of dull pencils?
Well, you can talk to Trisha. She's chatting in the comments.
I know, but like I can't read them. They're over there.
Just pretend you're hearing what she's saying.
Oh my God, Trisha, that's so funny. I love that about you and what happened at that place where the thing went down. Rocky, I sound like a crazy person. Put that in screen. Listen, now I'm walking over here. I'm walking over here. We're walking. Nope, still on the power tower. Okay. It's fun. You can also do dips. Why did you take... do you use the assist on it?
What?
Nothing. Okay. I'll be right back. Rocky doesn't know where it's at.
That's right here.
Okay, I'll do... Oh, that's one, yeah. I was like, I guess I can use the black one.
What, you didn't trust me?
No. It's not that I didn't trust you. It's that sometimes you open a drawer and you're like, where is the clip? And it's literally right on
You guys,
top.
Kimball didn't have any faith in me, and I was coming up with both of his sharpeners and all of his little trimmings.
I had faith.
Instead of little women, it's little trimming.
They came with doubts.
Anyway, okay, moving on.
Let's just start coloring.
Trisha says, haha, yes, I remember Kimball.
Ah, yes, the good times. Let's start with the greens. And
Are you planning to do this all in one episode, or what? Because I feel like this is going to be a lengthy one.
if you were listening in the beginning,
Sorry.
I said I'm going to focus on the bottom half.
Perfect.
You never listen to me anymore. Why do we
Sorry, I
even
was
talk?
setting up the audio.
That, I'm sure you were. Or you were probably just like thinking of something to say.
No, because whenever we start the live stream, basically, I have to like click on to the live video and make sure it's running, and then like make sure the audio is coming through, and so I don't listen to anything you say in the first couple minutes.
That's sweet.
Sorry.
No, I appreciate that. Like, thank you. Let's take the lightest color, and we're going to just block in the colors so I don't get confused and color the wrong thing.
And you're painting them as gems.
Well, they're whatever. They're going to be shiny. Whether they look like gems or not, I don't know.
Lunit says, yeah, let's color!
Yeah, girl, we're all coloring here. I mean, let's just get the books out, okay? Get the pencils, paints, whatever you want. Let's do it. Okay, we're going to do that one that color. This big old chunk of honk down here. Yeah, if I was like, I don't know, really gung-ho about the whole coloring on like gems, I would actually pull up some references. But I don't care that much. Hey, phone, don't turn off on me. Rocky, if you could keep it down over there.
Sorry.
You picking your toes?
No, I was just massaging my feet.
Oh, that's sweet. I get someone to do that for me.
So, Kimball, how was your week? What'd you get up to?
I mean, the week was fine. What did we do this week?
I mean, it's nice the weather's not so hot anymore.
Yes, we had 2 quite warm days. Well, maybe like 4 warm days. And now it's over, so that's nice. We've had some lovely weather. I don't know, what have we done?
Oh.
We went to IKEA, got some throws and a summertime duvet.
Can never have too many sheets and linens, apparently.
Well, I'm going to give some of our old stuff away because we've had some of the same blankets for 10, 15 years. It's time to let them go.
Let it go.
All right, so I'm going to start with the darkest one. We're working with these 3 colors right now, the 1090, the 1005, and the 989. 989. Yeah, we're just going to go for it. There's no, I didn't choose a light source for anything. So, just have fun with it.
Do you need your reference at all on your phone?
Mostly just where the colors go, because
Okay.
I didn't do any shading or anything on it, so
Gotcha.
just make it up as we go. Probably keep it a little dark underneath the hanging leaves. And as gems go, what do they even look like? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't have to be a gem, it could just be a pretty rock. I wanna rock with you.
Oh, I think of Gem as Gem in the Holograms.
Yeah. And then when I start singing, I'm all, Gem!
I'm gonna
Live forever!
Mixing up some songs there.
That's right.
What was your favorite kids show growing up?
How young we talking?
Like elementary school.
Well, that would probably be X-Men.
Was that an after-school thing or before-school thing?
That was Saturdays.
Okay.
And then for school, like when I was little, it was My Little Pony.
Was that before or after school?
That was before. Sometimes I would go early to school. It was like preschool.
Mm.
And I would go early so I could actually watch it at school. So these aren't gems. These are just muddled things.
Ludit says, I despise choosing a light source and direction.
Well, it does really help, though, if you pick them, because then it's, you know...
It is kind of hard, though, to decide, because once you decide, it kind of determines the entire look of the piece. So it's kind of like...
But for me, that's easier, because it's like, oh, okay, that sticks out, so that's going to cast a shadow.
Gotcha.
But if there is no light source, then it kind of just all looks a little...
I guess if you're doing coloring books, too, it can kind of depend, because sometimes the light sources are drawn in for you.
Yeah, I don't get the grayscale ones.
Yeah.
I don't.
Grayskull.
They're very pretty drawn, but I feel like a lot of them aren't drawn by humans. But also, I just don't like being told what to do when it comes to coloring.
Well, Denise says, hey.
Oh, hey. This isn't looking anything like I thought it was going to, but that's fine.
That's just like our lives.
Basically. Oh my god, they have a new visa in Thailand, and I'm like, Rocky, we could do it.
They don't have it yet. They're just talking about it.
They're working on it.
Supposedly.
And it's not as expensive, and it's got
What does it allow you to do? Stay in the country for like a year, basically?
It's a 5-year visa, and every 180 days you have to leave and come back, which that seems weird to me. So
and by leave, you mean just like cross the border and then come right back?
Right. And I don't know why, if it's a 5-year visa, why you would have to do that. And do you have to pay the fee every time? So there's like things that they haven't really quite figured out, but whatever. It was very exciting because the other visas are just incredibly expensive, and we would have like this one I could go on a spousal visa, whereas the other ones you couldn't necessarily. So I don't know. It's exciting. Not that we're moving to Thailand, but
I mean, yeah, I'd have to have a remote job. So like, what are we talking about?
Well, no, just like a few years ago, it was something that we were really talking about.
Oh yeah. If we just really blew up on YouTube, we could go on the road to Thailand and do everything from there.
Oh my god. And then I see these people that are on YouTube. They're just like, I got bored, so I went to France for a month. I'm going to live here now. And they're like, no, France didn't work out. Somebody stole my phone. I'm going to go to Japan. No, Japan didn't work out because of something. I'm going here now. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, how do you afford that?
Are you jealous, Kimball? Do you want your phone stolen too?
Jealous? Not really, but like...
Envious?
More like blown away. In awe. Like, how are you doing this? Because just the travel alone has to be so expensive.
It sounds a little bit like jealousy.
No, because, like, good for them. Like, I don't think they're absolute horrible people.
Right.
Except for that one person. You know who he is.
Trisha asks a very good question.
You know, I might have an okay answer for it.
She says, how would you cope with the heat and humidity in Thailand?
Stay inside with air conditioning. Lots and lots of air conditioning.
Kimball has this fantasy that we live in Thailand in one of those like high-rise places with the really nice pool and the workspaces and common areas.
Grocery store.
AC, grocery stores, all that stuff.
And it's never going to happen, but...
Kimball loves a good pipe dream.
It's fun to think about.
It is. I mean, it's possible, I guess.
Well, we could definitely just go visit for a month or something.
Yeah. I think you should visit a place before you move there. Unless you don't have the opportunity.
Except for when we moved here, we're like, okay.
Well, I mean, I didn't really have a chance. It
never
was like,
been to England, and then here we are.
I was like, we'll be closer to Paris. And we were like, yes, okay, that's good enough for me.
All right, I guess. Oh, little did I know how much those hot days would really get to me. I mean, we're practically English here. We were talking about the weather.
I know. Oh, I mean, that's the thing to do.
But it was, I don't know, it's been good.
Do you have any plans for the week ahead?
Yes.
What? You seem excited.
Doing art for the thing that you made me do.
Oh, Kimball's doing art for our channel.
Not for our channel.
Well, he's doing art for something related to things that we do on content.
Yeah.
That's as much as I can say.
Yeah, for now. I mean, I don't know why we're keeping it a secret, but...
Trisha says, we've only had 2 hot days, Kimball. Summer is over.
I wish.
Cheryl says, good morning.
Good morning to you. Oh, I mean, I feel like August is going to be the hottest.
I don't remember what the hottest month is here. Is it August?
I don't know. It just always seems to be. And then things start to really cool down after that, and it's lovely.
All I know is I'm blown away by how early it gets light and how late it stays light.
Yeah, Kimbo gets up at like 4:30 sometimes, and it's like, okay, the day is starting.
Your circadian rhythm is on point.
Yeah, sometimes though, I can sleep in until 6:30, and that's glorious. Putting the green ones aside to declutter my space.
It's weird because I have been getting up around 6 a.m. every day, and then today I slept until 8, and I didn't wake up till like 8:14 or something.
You're so lazy.
Although, I guess the night before I was up till like 3 in the morning, so that might be why, actually.
Yeah, but you sleep in hours every day. You sleep in a couple extra hours than I do. Lucky. You so lucky.
That's because I have to get up and sit in my chair and work all day.
Oh, God, no. I hate that for you.
Cheryl says, are we talking weather? We are going into triple digits all this week. Oh, my God.
That's nasty. Okay?
Lunit says, gosh, I miss Thailand. I visited years ago, and it was so fun. How cool.
Jealous.
What part of Thailand were you in, if you don't mind us asking?
I mean, I think we're just going to go to Bangkok. We had talked about going to Bangkok and then venturing up to Chiang Mai and just seeing some littler or some smaller cities along the way. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Like, when we do our trip, it might just be fun to just chill in Bangkok because it's big enough to keep you entertained for Lord knows how long. That's one thing I love about large cities is that there's always something to do. We're going to start off with 1014, just to block in the areas that I want to color. What?
Nothing. Just I was listening to the playback of your voice, and you're like 10:14.
And this one here.
Do you prefer doing coloring pages or your original art?
It depends on my mood. Coloring pages take me forever for some reason. Like, I don't know. I can do a full-on art splatter masterpiece in my eyes, and I can do that in like an hour. This takes me so long, and sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. So I don't know. I guess on days where I'm not really in the mood to draw so much, I like doing this more.
Cheryl says, I arrived late. When are we going on vacation?
Oh my God, who's paying? Let's just all go together.
We don't actually know for sure. It'll probably be sometime in November or December.
And we don't actually know where we're going yet.
Yeah, we aren't committing. We're just kind of like, oh, we should do that.
Yeah. I mean, Rocky's got to figure out time off and
basically November or December.
And all that jazz. Actually, we could do like end of November, beginning of December. Because I feel like nobody would really be traveling at that time. And then we could just have Christmas here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I think I usually take around Christmas time off because we already have some time off at work. So it's like, oh, less time.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But it doesn't mean we have to. I wonder what Thailand's like at Christmas time. I wonder if they decorate.
Well, last year, I was like researching it and it was like, everyone was like, they don't do Christmas markets. They don't do this. They don't do that. And I was like, oh, I really wanted to have like a Christmas vibe last year, so we didn't do it. And then I see all this stuff and it's like, Thailand's got this biggest Christmas market going on in Bangkok, this and all these like Christmas markets went up. I was like, what? I was so annoyed. But hopefully they just keep it up because I'm all for it. Although it'll be weird having like a hot Christmas.
Lunette says, oh, it was a very big trip. I've been to many cities, but when we went to Laos, it was... Oh, sorry, but then we went to Laos, and it was a lot more fun.
I feel like...
Laos.
Is Laos also Myanmar? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Like north of Thailand? Because there's a couple countries where Rocky and I wouldn't be so welcomed. And we need to be very careful about that. Just throwing that out there. I mean, I don't know how bad it is, but when I hear about it being illegal just for being us, makes me not want to go there. But maybe someday. Shh. I know, like, if you could just calm right down, lady.
My brain's like totally empty. I'm just like, eh.
Aren't you always kind of like that?
No, usually I'm like all talkative. No, I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about. I am all topicked out.
What have you been doing this week?
Just editing all week.
I mean, you made some cookies at work. Those were good.
Yeah. Made some cookies.
Yeah.
Shot some cookies.
That sounds dangerous.
I mean, photographed them. Crafty Amy says, how is the cost of living compared to where you were in the U.S.? Excuse me.
Oh, God bless you.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Amy. Woo! It's these allergies.
It is more expensive living here, for sure. Like, I don't know. Like, the properties are smaller and more expensive. And there actually, like, isn't any land for a lot of them.
Also, the utilities and the groceries tend to be more expensive where we're at.
And the gas is, like, almost twice as much.
Yeah, gas for a car is outrageous. It's insane.
Petrol.
Every time we go to pick up, like, a mobile order from the Starbucks, I always say, hey, I'm here for a mobile order. And they're like, what?
A mobile.
And so I have to say mobile. I need to get used to that because no one ever understands what I'm saying.
Well, it's not that different sounding. All right, good enough. We got some pink. Putting those ones over there. And then for this next one, I wanted a darker pink, but not like super saturated. So I'm going to go over lightly with 994. Oh, I thought I just broke it. Oh, it's because I'm using a different sharpener. I'm like, why does this feel so weird? Sometimes it does break because the blades are not fantastic. All right. Anyway, we're going to go over with some of this to just kind of darken it up a little bit before I go over with a cooler pink. Because I like pink, and I wanted there to be multiple pinks.
Lunit says, Laos? There's a place called Vang Bien or something like that. I can move there, and I'm sure you would have loved it. Everyone was welcome, no matter what. It was a very touristy place.
Nice. Yeah, it would be fun. Because we did almost move to Singapore, and it would have been cool to live there for a lot of reasons. Some, not so much, but now it's not a big deal because they passed some new laws. But it would have been cool to like been able to been like that close to like Australia and like all the Asian countries because those are all places we haven't explored because they're just so far away. So it would have been really cool to like been in the middle of all that.
Trisha says petrol is around 70% tax, so it could be a lot cheaper. Oh, that's sad.
Wow. Yeah, it's just, I laugh when people in the States were freaking out about, like, the gas being, like, what was it, like, $6 a gallon? I'm like, it's normally, like, $8 US here for a gallon, right?
Yeah, because it's by liter, so
right.
You're looking at, like, around $4.50 a liter instead of...
Well, no, it's what, $1.59 a liter, then you have to do 4 liters, so you times it by 4, and then you have to do the currency exchange.
Kimmel's got it, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, it's just, like, it's a lot more. On average, all the time.
It's the price you pay for the beautiful English countryside.
Where you have to drive to the city to get gas. Not really. But it would be kind of funny. And we missed the Pride Parade. I didn't know it was going on in London yesterday.
Would you have gone?
Well, no, because it's too crowded. I don't even actually know where it was at. And I don't know where we would have parked. And I don't know how to ride the underground. I could have taken a train and just walked, but I'm lazy. Also, I had to go to IKEA. No, that was today. What did we do yesterday?
I edited all day.
That was lame. Well, okay, I think I'm done with those pinks. Getting back to my phone. Oh my god. Well, I'll show you in a second. I don't remember what was what. Were these together? I think these were together. For the leaves, maybe? But
only you can decide for your mind.
I think that's hilarious. That was when we were doing like the no carbs for May, and so it's like a dog like
Dude, that's the funniest picture. Every time I see that, it makes me giggle.
I didn't draw it. I just thought it was really cute. And you know what the artist is? Ivy Tees. Ivyteas.
Ooh, Trisha says, I had a new fence and gate built in my garden yesterday.
Okay, that is way, way more productive than anything we did.
That's fun. What color is the fence? What material? Is it wood, metal? Green, blue, turquoise?
Plastic.
Magenta?
I don't know why I'm concentrating so hard on sharpening my pencil. All right. My colors got mixed up, but I think this was for the leaves. For some of the leaves.
Do you believe?
Wait. Oh, there it is. I was like, where did my picture go? It's warm in here, and I don't approve of that. Ugh, glare. Start with the lightest color. And I want these to be like a bluey green, so they didn't blend in too much with the yellow green.
So you want them to look like spirulina?
Yeah, sure. Mostly I just don't want them blending into the background, but they might.
Trisha says her fence is wood and wood colored at the moment.
Well, don't get crazy, okay? You need to calm right down, lady. Start with the darkest. Sure, picking a lot of stuff over there.
I couldn't do a full pull. Like, I can do maybe like 4 pull-ups or
Weak.
whatever. And so earlier, you weren't up here, Kim, but basically I just put my feet way up like high up on the mid bar and like hung and like used my legs to pull myself up. I look like a little monkey, I'm sure, but
I'm pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to use it.
I don't think you are, but I
Yeah.
tried using the assist and I didn't like it, so
I was downstairs and I'm like, what the hell is going on up there?
I was
I'm
like
like-
shaking the whole room.
I'm like, are you rearranging furniture? He's like, no, I'm just doing some pull-ups. Oh, okay. It's really loud. Well, now I know the truth. You were monkeying around.
I was when I was a kid, I was such a monkey. I loved climbing anything and everything.
Ain't that the
I'm
truth?
still probably that way.
You just don't have time.
Or the accessibility to it. Like if there was a playground that was suitable for adults, I'd probably be going and hanging out there.
It's called Ninja Warrior UK.
I've really been tempted by that. There's a place called Ninja Warrior, and it's an indoor arena that kind of is like the Ninja Warrior, if you've ever seen that on TV. And it's all these obstacles and things you can like traverse through.
Sounds like a lot of fun for you.
I feel as though I would stretch something very easily by going there because I just go gung ho the first time.
I feel like I would do one step into like the little relay race course thingy, and I would like step wrong and like hurt my back. And I'm like, oops, oh, I can't do it. Bye.
I think you could do it.
Yeah.
You just gotta have confidence. You gotta just be like, I've got this.
Or I don't want to do this.
That would help too.
I think that's really what I was getting at.
Would any of you guys do the ninja challenge thing? What is that? Warrior? American Warrior?
I don't know.
Ninja Warrior? I don't know, whatever.
Sounds like something that just is
What
gonna...
was that old show that we watched and it was always dubbed over? It was an Asian show of some kind and it was like
Yeah, it's on Netflix right now, I think.
most...
Extreme Challenge.
Yeah, have you guys ever seen this? Most Extreme Challenge. And they put people through these ridiculous
They do look fun, though. All right, we're
courses.
done with those colors. Who's those ones right there? And now we're going on to, I think, the gold leaves. Yas, Queen, the gold leaves, which are those colors. 942 and 140. Saying numbers, it just seems weird. I feel like I'm doing a weird bingo thing.
B6. B.
Bingo!
I always loved bingo because there were specific numbers that when they called them out, people would do different things. So there was one, I don't remember which one it was, but they would blow like a train horn.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, yeah. No, that is right. That is right. All right.
And there was a couple
I can
other
choose this
things
one.
too. I was like, oh, these are hardcore.
I mean, it really depends. Like Bailey J, when she went to, did they do like meat bingo or whatever when they lived in the place she lived?
Meat bingo?
Yeah,
That
so
sounds
where-
like a weird like.
Well, wherever they lived
innuendo.
before, it's because like the prize was like a big thing of meat.
Okay.
But yeah, every time they called out certain numbers, they would shout out stuff.
That's all in good fun.
All right.
Lunit says, sorry, but what's the reference photo on your phone? Did you color it before? My connection is bad and it keeps crashing, so I miss things.
Oh, well, I took a photo of this. Like I just took a picture of it with the iPad, and then I just laid down flat colors.
Can't see it.
I just
There you
laid. I was getting it.
Oh, I'm sorry,
You
Kimmel.
need to shut your mouth. So I took a picture of this with the iPad, and then I just colored it in Procreate, and I just did flat colors because I have a really hard time choosing colors for when there's this many options. So I just did this to help me out a little bit. And also, people wanted me to like talk about what colors I chose, and it's hard to do it on the fly. So it helped me when I got this done, I could come upstairs and go through all my colored pencils and pick out colors to like color that. So now they're all there and labeled, and those are all the colors that I'm using. And hopefully, if you want to follow or color along, it's easy to like understand.
And what would you do for people who want to start this page with their own colors but don't have the ability to do that?
I don't know, take a photocopy and just scribble out colors really quickly. Like, you don't have to like go all out or anything. But when I color digitally, this is how I color digitally. I color all flats, and then I add in like 2 layers of different types of shading, and then a layer of highlights, and then another layer of highlights, and then another layer of like very glowy special effect highlights and all that kind of stuff. It's very fun, but it is time consuming.
How long does a digital piece take you?
If it's just like of my own artwork where I sketch it on there and then
Ink it?
do inking and coloring, it takes... I could do it in a day, but it's an entire day, like 12 to 15 hours. But, you know, if I do a couple hours a day, it's not bad.
When it says, oh, I get it, this is the Procreate app that people talk about. Cool.
Yeah. It's a very, very affordable app, and like
Isn't it free?
I think it was like $10 when I first got it, and it's like all the updates and everything on it are free. And I mean, it's fantastic for what it does.
What do you primarily use it for right now?
Coloring, drawing, sketching.
How often do you do finished pieces on it?
Not very often, just because I haven't really been into digital art lately, like for years. And I don't really know how to use it as well as I would like. It's like I used to be really good at Photoshop, but now that's all updated, so it's all weird to me now. So I don't really color on Photoshop, so I don't know. I mean, I can do it in Procreate. It's just a lot of layers, and it gets really hot because I have to turn the brightness up so I can see like the true colors, and it makes the screen it gets
true colors.
a little warm. So then, it's like I have to charge it while I'm using it, and that makes it even warmer. Whatever. Anyway, we're moving on to the purple leaves, which is 1026 and 1008, which I don't think. They have both of these still. They may not have Parma Violet. I don't know. They got rid of some of the colors. But I think they've already found replacements for them. I just don't know what they are. Because they ran out of pigment. Or it was getting too hard to find anyway. Get out of my sharpener, you crazy little pencil head. So, anybody watch Rocky and Kimball and look at Rocky changing his underwear 300 times?
21 times.
At least.
Yes, if you guys didn't know yet, on the other channel, basically, normally we just do like day in the life vlogs and travel vlogs, but in the last one, there was an entire like underwear review, basically. So it was me trying on 21 different pairs of underwear that we ended up getting recently. Kimball wouldn't do it. He wouldn't join me. So
yeah, no one needs to see what's under this, okay?
Whatever, I think a lot of people would be interested.
Yeah, that's not the same as turned on. Oh,
well, that's not the point.
Your body's interesting. I like what you've done with it.
That was not the point.
Yeah, well. I like to keep my jiggles to myself.
Cheryl says, it's on right now. Having issues trying to watch both. Focus! Focus, Cheryl!
Choose your poison.
Trisha says I watched it. Thanks, Trisha.
It is fun wearing that underwear, though.
Oh, I love it. I'm wearing it now.
I'm wearing it now. It's quite cozy. I've only had one pair that hasn't been, like, amazing. It's been a little tight.
I mean, honestly, we had yeah, I won't even get into it, but watch the video if you want to know more. But, yeah, it's been fun figuring out which ones work so we can, buy those in the future. But we wore the same, like, boring underwear for, like, 20 years or something.
Well, I mean, we really couldn't afford to buy this kind of underwear for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then when we actually had money to buy it, it wasn't a priority.
Right.
All right. Bottom part, mostly done. What did I do? I don't think I picked out colors for these dangly banglies. So we're just going to use some of the same colors that I just used.
Trisha says, okay, I have to ask, which ones are you wearing now?
Ooh.
I picture it being like, what are you wearing now? I'm wearing the red skew ones. Remember the ones that look like sumo? I said they look like sumo ones that were green. It was the red version of those.
And I'm
And
wearing
they're very comfortable.
a pair that Rocky tried on that were see-through, but these ones aren't nearly as see-through. I mean, they're the same material, but they're black, so they're...
Are they the jock mail ones?
Well, this isn't on camera, right?
No.
They're addicted.
Addicted. Okay, gotcha. I feel slightly uncomfortable by the name of that brand, but they are very comfortable.
Yeah.
It's like, why's it gotta be addicted?
Because when you buy one pair, you can't stop.
Yeah, basically. Trisha says, ooh, very daring.
You know it.
Lunit says, very pretty.
We're talking about the underwear or the picture?
The picture, I'm assuming.
Thank you. I'm trying to use colors that I don't normally use as well. Because, you know, obviously they're in there, because I love using pinks and teals and yellows. But we're trying new things. And are we loving it? I don't know. It's okay.
Trying new things is how I would say, that's how I would describe trying to do a YouTube channel. Because there's like no rhyme and reason for why certain videos do well and others don't. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, it really is.
You just can't, like, you can do so much prep and so much SEO research and like so much stuff, and then it, like, I feel like the ones you do nothing on are the ones that do well.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah. But it's still fun though, huh?
I'm having a good time. I honestly wish I could do it full time. It's just not feasible because, like, right, I think since we monetized the channel about a week and a half ago, I think we've made like 20 pounds, which, I mean, that's great. Like, it's better than nothing.
It's more than I make.
But like, if you calculate like per hour how much work goes into the channel versus how much is made, it's like,
Shish.
it's sad.
So I'm using 903, 919, and 1086. I didn't plan these, but they're going to be for that big cloud right there, but I'm going to use them for these little dangly down thingies.
Dingly downs.
And I'm just going to start with the darkest one and have them get lighter as they go.
Dangly downs. If I was still doing the Kimball dictionary, I would definitely add the dangly downs.
I mean, that could go for all sorts of things.
Girl, speaking of an underwear video, we're going to add the dangly downs.
I mean,
Kimball's got a case of the dangly downs. Sorry, we're done with that
It could be
now.
applied to men or
Quit
women.
saying dangly downs!
But it's fun. All right, kind of just fade those off. You all right over there?
When it says I was talking about the leaves.
Oh, thank you. And we'll start dark up here.
Luna says, yeah, now I have no idea about the underwear. I'm trying to stay on top of things because my connection keeps disconnecting and I need to go back to the video again. Sorry, that sucks. That's so frustrating when your stuff keeps buffering or when you have to keep reloading things.
Mm-hmm.
It's also fun when you're trying to do a meeting and your internet connection keeps breaking up as you're trying to present something.
I love it when, like, you're on a Zoom call, though, and, like, people's faces randomly freeze.
Oh, sometimes I have to take a screen cap.
It's like a half blink and,
Just some really good frozen moments.
Let it go.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that if you're watching from work.
Good save, good save.
I'm professional.
Your coffee's gross.
What does that have to do with being professional?
I don't know.
Was that just an aside?
Yeah.
Just want to rip me apart with my coffee?
Well, a lot of professionals drink coffee, and you're drinking coffee now talking about being professional, and your coffee's gross. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. You nasty.
So with the new art space layout, how are you feeling about it?
It's fine. It didn't really affect me.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't color those dilly-dallies.
That could be like Kimball's mantra for life. It's fine. It doesn't affect me.
Well, not for too many things. There's a lot of things that affect me, and they aren't fine.
Like what?
Let's not talk about the debate.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
And off to the lightest blue. We'll just color it in.
It was really fun. Speaking of connections, I remember there was a time when we were trying to do live streams.
Oh my god.
And I think we were doing it on a phone at one point, and then like we changed phones, and then it wouldn't live stream well.
Right, well it works on my 6, and I got a new iPhone, and the video quality was too high. So
and it was buffering.
Yeah, so
bunch.
it kept freezing. Like it couldn't what's it called when it like changes over to like a smaller rate?
Downscale something, I don't know.
That's not
And
it,
then
but
we
yeah.
bought a giant landline cord. I bought Kimball a camera, and we ran a cord from our downstairs of our house all the way up to the bedroom so
Real
we could
quick.
plug it in.
You know, you just shut your beautiful mouth for just
Okay.
a moment. Using these same colors, these ones right here, 903, 919, and 1086, and we're going to color this big cloud bush. Cloudy bush. Carry on with your cord talk.
Can I speak again? Okay.
Your cord talk.
Anyway, yeah, so then we did that for a while, which worked well, and then... But it was just, I remember we would get ready to go live, and something would go wrong. We were just like, well, there's nothing we can do about it, I guess.
Even still, like, on occasion, even today, it was like... Sometimes, okay, so... a few months ago, I would start a live, and it would be fine on my phone. You know, I could film, and it would be full screen. And then it did an update, and then you had to select to film horizontally.
But it didn't tell you that.
Right, it didn't tell you that.
So it just automatically started filming in vertical.
And we all remember how very upset I was on that one.
And then today, the option for doing vertical was removed and put in a different spot.
So yeah,
I
I was
nearly
like,
went live going vertical again.
I was just like, please, why do they keep changing things? It's so
That's
annoying.
like one of Kimball's biggest pet peeves. It's just like, why they make things complicated.
Well, and then you finally figure it out, and then they change it again.
That's because they have like a UX designer who's like looking in on it, and they're thinking, this is crap, we need to make it better. And then that person does something, and then they get fired, someone else comes in, they make another change.
Are we all annoyed by the car outside?
No, I love it. Do you guys love loud motorcycles and cars?
I had to close our windows. It was a nice breeze, but, you know, neighbors. And we have more than just neighbors. We have, like, businesses around here. I don't know. Sounds like their car's farting.
It's our fun neighbors that we love dearly.
Oh, them, huh?
Mm-hmm. The ones that, you know, smoke outside of our house and ash on our trash cans and...
Use our trash bins.
all that.
Yeah. I'm glad they travel a lot. Or at least they're not home a lot.
Luna says, no, it's terrible.
Our landlord has tried to, like, talk to our neighbors so many times, and they just won't answer the door. Which is funny, because our landlord and their landlord used to be business partners in this building. So I'm like, y'all better not disrespect our landlord, because he knows your landlord.
Trisha says, I remember those days, the hunt for Kimball's Corner. Oh, yeah, because we'd have to do, like, multiple live streams, and so people would be on one, and then realize it wasn't happening, and they'd have to go find us on the correct live stream.
Right, because I would switch from the phone to the iPad to the camera to whatever I had. It's ridiculous.
Oh, God. How have we been doing this for so many years, and we're still amateurs?
It's not that. They keep changing the platform. Or, like, the technology gets more advanced, and then we have to figure out new stuff. Which,
It's not us, it's them.
obviously. Okay, we are at that age now where we can blame the youths.
Well, in next week's episode on Rocky and Kimball, we're doing a giant flea market in a city called Berkhamsted. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I might throw into that, we visited an old windmill on the day they were putting the canvas on and letting it go, like the one time of the year. So that was very interesting. So I'm going to probably try to put that on the episode too. But that's what's coming next week.
Yeah, I think we chatted about that because I think we saw the windmill, like, on a Sunday.
I think so.
Feel like it anyway.
The first 4 minutes is just Kimball and I getting ready and Kimball trying to figure out what outfit he's going to wear.
It's very important. Okay.
And then at the very end, after all that, you're like, I don't like the smell of this jacket. And you tear it off. And I was like, no! Why?
Which jacket was
It's
it?
a yellow one.
The one I wear all the time.
Yeah, we were like getting ready to walk out the door and you're like, I don't like the smell of this. And you totally unzip and take it off at the last second.
Well, these things happen. You understand.
And it starts with me just making noises in the bathroom because every time I make a small noise, you start singing downstairs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I gotta entertain myself. It sounds like you're just still, like, I don't know, trimming your beard or something, so I'm like, la-di-da, here I am, Rocky down here, la-la-la-la-la.
Well, I was doing an experiment. Every time I was like, maybe if I make a noise, he'll react every time.
Maybe
sure enough.
Maybe every time I heard a noise, I was like, he's still doing it, so let's make him know that I'm waiting down here.
I guess.
I'm waiting.
We're both testing each other.
Watching the clock. No, not really. I'm always like, Rocky, hurry up!
How would you describe living with me, Kimball, if you had to describe it in a brief summary?
I don't know. I actually really like living with you. No, actually, I like it.
Wow, it's so unexpected.
I mean, It's funny because like I remember my dad used to get annoyed like how like loud your laugh was and stuff. And then when we moved away and then we came back and he heard it again, he's like, "Oh, I've missed that."
That's how it is.
He's like, "Oh, it's good to just hear the laugh."
I can't blame him though. My laugh is kind of annoying.
Well,
I can't change it. I've tried. I just like no matter how mindful I am of it, I'm like, it's still there. It's been that way for years.
those turned out really cloudy.
Accept it, move on.
So yeah, we're moving on to. What time are we at? Are we good? We good? We're good. Well, we're good. We're fine. I think.
Luna is like, so where did you say the lighting was coming from?
Oh, from the top.
From the top. From the sun.
Yeah, I may have to come back in and tweak some stuff because I didn't pull out dark enough colored pencils. Like down here, like the shading isn't as dark as I would like it. So I might pull out a couple of different pencils at the end.
I like the texture on the gems at the bottom or whatever they are.
Yeah, whatever they are. Colorful rock things. All right, you get off. Moving on to the back version of this cloud thing. And we just start at the bottom of it.
You're really making some progress here.
And we
At
zhuzh our way.
47 minutes.
I know, right?
It says, oh, from the sun.
Yeah, the imaginary sun.
That was a very smart-ass answer. Sorry, Lunit. Sorry, not sorry.
You know what? I liked it. I don't even know. I figured these were bushes, but they look like clouds, so now they're just bushy clouds. That is one thing I don't really like about coloring other people's work is like if I don't know what something is, I'm like, what is it? And then I think it's something and then somebody else colors it as something else and I'm like, who's right? And then sometimes I'm like, oh, they are definitely right. Mine looks stupid now. But that's fine. I just never show anybody ever again.
Nothing you do looks stupid.
Oh, I was going to say something inappropriate, but
Oh.
I held it back. Because I want to keep it PG-ish. PG tips. Is that T?
What?
PG tips? What's PG tips?
They're T.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're one of the main T things here. Trisha, what is the main T in England, according to you? Top three, in order.
Is twining one of them?
Twinning?
Twining?
Twinning. Oh my god, you know what movie we just watched was the one with Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, Unfrosted.
Unfrosted, about
With
Kellogg's and Post. It was so ridiculous.
Melissa McCarthy, Hugh
Had
Grant.
Hugh Grant in it.
Everyone
was
Amy
in it.
Schumer.
Christian Slater.
Cedric the Entertainer.
It was insane.
It was... I mean, it was like kind of stupid funny, but there were some actually really pretty funny moments. Would I watch it again? Probably not.
There was two young kids in it that were
Oh my
just
God,
the
they were the
funniest
best.
actors ever. I don't know how they found these kids, but they were just so on point.
They were hilarious.
Because, you know, like, kid actors is really hard to find authentic kid actors because it's hard because they're so young. These kids, they look like they were living, like, 5 lifetimes ago. Like, they just were so hilarious. I don't know who coached them or what, but... I mean, they were eating, cake out of a dumpster, but still.
Well, okay, it's hard to make that look natural.
That's just the kind of acting we like. Lunit says, yes, it's very annoying. I keep getting stuck on weird creatures and pages, which I have no idea how to color.
Yeah.
Patricia says, yes, PG Tips and Taifu tea are the biggest brands. I like Yorkshire tea myself. What is Taifu tea? I've never heard of Taifu.
I haven't either. I've heard a lot of people
Sounds like-
love the Yorkshire tea, yeah.
Taifu sounds like Taekwondo or something.
I've learned Tai Fu
type of
today.
fighting.
It's like Kung Fu and Taekwondo combined.
Exactly.
It's a powerful
You have
tea.
to drink tea while you're fighting someone. Or
Don't,
defending
don't
yourself.
spill it or you're out.
Speaking of, there's a movie called License to Drive.
Oh my
Do you
God, I
remember
love
that?
it.
And the driving teacher has a cup of coffee, and he's like, I love my cup of coffee.
Hmm.
And if he spills it at all, he's going to fail his test.
I love the Corys. Well,
Trisha says Taifu is just the brand name, Redbox.
Oh. So, we are now coming to color these little flowers. Starting,
Are they daisies?
They're whatever you want them to be, okay?
Are they sunflowers?
Yeah. See, it's the thing. What are you looking at?
Looking at things.
You're like...
There was a Jane Davenport stack of things that caught my eye when I looked down suddenly.
Oh, the squidding?
Yeah.
I had to move them. And make way for other stuff. Because we had to rearrange the whole room, you see. Because there's a power tower behind me.
Sleepy.
You know what? I like your attitude.
You love it.
We're almost done. We're almost done with part 1. Right now we're coloring the little circles of these things. And yes, I chose orange because they're surrounded by blue.
Come for the art, stay for the riveting conversations. Kimball's Corner.
More than just an art channel. Not really.
Trisha says, what tea would you have in the U.S.? I'd say the number 1 tea is probably Lipton. Which I don't even know if they have here, right? Lipton.
I don't know. Yeah, I saw... I would say Lipton is one that I see. Twinings is one that I see. I think that's really all. I mean, I'm not a tea person, so
there's
I don't
a
pay
lot
attention.
of them. It's just
Puka. That's a Puka or Pukka.
Yeah, it's usually at like Whole Foods.
Yeah,
and
that's a more
natural places.
A more popular one.
Which I always just think Pucka up.
I know, right?
What I'm trying to think of I think my grandma just had Lipton tea, and she was English. I think is Tetley tea a thing here? Because I think my sister used to drink Tetley when she was up north.
Up north.
Yeah, because she lived up in Blackpool.
Oh, here. I was thinking like in Moscow?
No.
Moscow, Idaho?
Spill the tea.
Little bowls of sunshine.
She's all forgot Tetley. Huge brand.
Do you guys have Folgers here? I don't think I've ever seen Folgers. Like the instant coffee. Or just coffee, I guess. I don't know if they're
If you're
instant.
not sure, are you familiar with the tune? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Yeah, babe. I think it's so funny because, like, to me, the smell of coffee is like so like warm and inviting. And I took my mom to a Starbucks once, and she was like so nauseous and
That's
like
so
sick.
sad.
She was like so sick to her stomach. She's like, I was ready to pass out. I was like, oh my god, that is so bizarre. But I got her a chai tea, which she didn't think she wanted, but she loved. So that's good. All right, and now we're just gonna use, get out of my way, some very pale yellows for the petals. Oh, I keep switching pencil sharpeners and it's weirding me out.
Why do you keep switching?
Well, because I see it sitting there and I put this one over here and...
God, life's hard.
I know. How do I get through my day-to-days? We really don't know. Get off. All right. Let's start with, what are you? Beige. 997. 997. A beige. This is going to be like not even really noticeable, but it's there. I should have colored these before I did the blue, because if this touches the blue, it's going to drag it in. And I guess I could have done these a bluish color, but being surrounded by blue, I don't think that would be a very good idea.
Lunid asks, what sharpener are you using?
I keep switching between this Blackwing, which has 2 sharpeners. Like this one is like, used to say on there, like it would say 1 and 2. Oh yeah, it says right there on the metal, it says 1 and 2. So you sharpen with this one to get a lot of the wood off. And then this one makes the lead like a fine point. And then this one is M&R. I bought it.
Is it the same principle or no?
No, this is just for a smaller pencil and a fat pencil. I had to get this because I had the large jumbo Lyra pencils.
Yeah.
But this is just an all-around good one. Plus the blades are newer on this, so they sharpen a little bit better.
So on the Blackwing duck, can you or Darkwing duck, can you change the
The blades.
Blades.
When you buy this one, in this slot right here, it comes with 2 extra blades. And I swapped them out a couple months ago, but I mean, I use this all the time downstairs on the couch. Because I do a lot of couch coloring with colored pencils, because they're not messy and I don't need water or anything. So a lot of the artwork I use downstairs is colored pencils or just regular pencils.
Also, if you guys are into like art stores and things like that too, we did an entire episode of the 5 best art stores in London.
Well, our favorites. I don't know if they're the best.
Yeah, they're our favorites, right? The best in our mind. So on the Rocky and Kimball channel, it's not too. I think it's like 4 videos ago or something. But yeah, it's a picture of Kimball standing in front of an art store, and that has a lot of. We show a lot of really cool supplies and just like really cool old timey stores and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
At least I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's very cool. Like the just being able to walk in these buildings that are so old, and like I mean, I guess it was in Paris. I went into a store, the Charvin store, and like, oh my god, they're like.
And the guy was like, "This table was used by this other famous person." We're like, "What?"
By like Da Vinci or someone. I was like, what? And you're just sitting at it doing some admin work. What's happening? It was very intense. I grabbed yellow ochre 942 just to give these a little more dimension because they were looking a little flat.
It's like you're slowly building a world from the bottom up.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like doing a YouTube channel.
I was gonna be like 17, how they, used to basically perform out of a basement.
Mm-hmm.
And now they basically made their company so much money that they got a whole building. You go, boys. So funny, I call them boys, but they're all like in their mid to late 20s. And that is today's coloring.
Good job. It looks fabulous so far.
I tell you, my pits are sweating. Like, oh my god. So next week, I will probably focus on this, like that portion of the city, and if it goes fast, we'll do the whole thing or a little bit more. But I'm mainly going to focus on that part, and we'll see how it goes because I got to do my color pickings and all that stuff. And I will stick to this. I try to keep the same colors throughout the whole picture so it's not too overwhelming.
Yeah.
The only color that doesn't repeat are the center of the flowers, which is the orange, and it's like nowhere else in the picture, so that's fine. They're like in the center, so who cares? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be pinks and purples and browns and blues.
Cute.
So yes. Da-dun-dun-cha. Oh my god, so many pencils for such a small little area of work.
I'm gonna take this down. What?
Well, I was gonna say, you can take it down. I'm just gonna show, I was gonna just add a little bit of a darker pink.
Oh, sorry guys. Watch out for your vertigo.
To just make the,
All right, I'm gonna move this aside. Ooh, watch your head. Watch your head.
You wash my head.
There you go. Wash your hair. Wash your hair.
My hair is, so clean right now.
All right, what are you doing? What's happening?
I was just adding a little extra of the darker pink to give it some more dimension. Because it was looking a little flat, a little one-dimensional. Just like the part that's under this cloud thingy. And then that was the warm pink, not the cool pink. And then I'm just using this to blend it down a little bit. I know, riveting.
I'm trying to hold the camera steady, and I'm leaning on the table, and then Kimball, as he colors it, is shaking at the table.
I'm so sorry, baby.
It's weird because the iPhones, when you record on them, they have a really good stabilization built in. But when you use them to do a live stream, it deactivates all the audio settings and all of the stabilization. So it's just shaky as hell.
All right, so that's just tiny bit of extra dimension there.
Good job.
Just a little bit, just a pinch.
Now what?
Yes.
Now what do we do?
Well, saving this so I know what colors I used if I need to pull on those again. To-do list. Just for color charts, really. Yeah, so did that. Good times. So far, so okay. Colorful. I don't know if I'm actually going to do the background because I'm a little rough, am I right? Maybe I will, though. It's going to be a lot smaller on here because on this... Well, no, I guess whatever. I might just make it more circular rather than egg-shaped.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got.
Good job. High five, bro.
Oh my god, high five. I remember the first time I did one of these coloring pages, it was like a bigger one. I was like, we can do it all in one sitting. No, it took like 3 weeks plus 2, I think, like speed through videos. Oh my god.
Lunit, thanks for joining. Lunit, I think is this your first time being on a live stream? I don't remember chatting with you before. Lunit, welcome to Kimball's Corner.
You went a little twangy there.
I didn't know where to go. It just happened. Louise says, love it.
Thanks.
Thank you guys so much for joining.
Do we have anything else to share or chat about before we...
Lunit says, yes, first time. There's a first time for everything.
There is a first time. Welcome. Welcome. For your first time. This is a good time. I got nothing.
I love an awkward Kimball moment.
That's why you love me, because I'm just full of them. So yeah, I guess that's it.
This is Kimball when he's like at the end of a live stream and he doesn't know what else to talk about.
I mean, it was an hour, and I feel like I haven't done anything.
Yeah, you're at an hour and 20 seconds now.
I'm so used to having like a full painting done. So.
What is that? You call that art? I'm just kidding. Good job, Kimball. All right, how are you going to wrap it up? You got to finish it up somehow. Have a really strong outro. Something.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Really, that's strong. It's really good.
I really appreciate it. And
yeah.
Go over and watch Rocky and Kimball. Okay, check that out if you want to see more of us being ridiculous, doing our random things.
Luna says, thanks. I like it when you read my comments so dramatically.
Well, you're a dramatic person.
If anyone's going to be dramatic, it's me.
It's true. Oh, his eyes about popped out.
By the way, so if you guys know the space, basically this piece of furniture is now right behind me. So it used to be over there. But, anyway, that's all I got.
Changes.
Do you like changes in life, Kimball? Do
Yes.
you just love when things change
When
constantly?
I was a kid, I rearranged my room constantly, and I can't do that here, so it's a little frustrating. I think that's why I started the whole, I need to change the bedding, so I can, have a different look for my room. At least seasonally.
Trisha says, I love your coloring.
Thanks, Trish.
Thanks, Trisha. Thank you guys so much for all your support, by the way. We appreciate you guys so much.
We do. I remember it was like months and months ago, someone told me to get a buy me a coffee thing, and I felt weird about doing a buy me a coffee. I have one. I don't link it or share it with anybody, but if you think I should, let me know. Maybe I'll put it in the description box. I don't know.
Well, you should just do it anyway, and then if people want to, they'll have it there. It's like no pressure.
Feed my addiction is what it should be called.
Buy me underwear, because we spent a lot of money on it.
No.
All right,
we're done.
You're done with that now. Come say goodbye, Kimball.
You've got things.
Come say goodbye to them.
Goodbye. It's been great. Okay.
And one final thought.
I really appreciate you hanging out with us, and I hope you had a good time, and I hope you learned something or picked up some tips or, just felt the...
Wrap it up.